Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is Divine Eye Mystic Tarot, back with another general reading. Hope you guys are doing well, blessed and highly favored, staying prayed up. Any sign can be significant, you guys. So only take what resonates. This can be past, present, or future energy. Gender is also fluid over here. I do use profanity, so just giving you a heads up, all right? Somebody think about you constantly. Man or woman, they think about you constantly. This could be clarity or validation for others of you, so don't make something fit that doesn't. All right? Next card. Your love is inspiring and this karmic pissed. Your love is inspiring and there is a karmic man or woman that is pissed because somebody constantly thinking about you. And the thoughts that they having about you is inspiring them to keep going. It's motivating them and be giving them that confidence to keep going, to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Keep striving. Keep rising to the top. Next card, this coven of women are trying to make a fake case on you. In spiritual court, this is somebody, trying to gain access to your inheritance. Like somebody got some, false narrative, that they want to spin, when it comes to the spirit realm. You know what I'm saying? And this could be, somebody trying to, family wise, like come up against you, keep something hidden from you that they know you entitled to. Even if you ain't speaking to them, it's like they way of using this as a way to get something from you that they feel like you don't deserve, or they feel like, because you don't, associate yourself with them, that you shouldn't have access to it. So for some of you, it could be a family situation. Ring size 10 could be significant. Somebody could, and this seems like a masculine's finger. Could be a feminine. So somebody could wear like a 9.5, 10 shoe. But somebody may want to know what your ring finger size is. It's a 10. Or you want to know what somebody else is. Somebody inquiring, or they, it's in the energy. All right. Somebody is concerned, or they looking into what your ring size, what your ring finger size is. But I feel like that's a masculine ring finger. And it could be a feminine, depending on how your knuckles or your finger, your hands are. Let's see, is there anything more we need to know about this message for the collective? Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, these covered of women could be family members. Like I said, it could be aunts, cousins, because I feel like somebody making up shit, to kind of keep you from knowing or something, or like somebody. St. Paul, Minnesota can be significant. Off of this card, this coven of women are trying to make a fake case on you. It's like somebody trying to get somebody to listen to something that may be old news. It may be something that they telling people, that's dealing with this inheritance, like things about your past, or things that you are outgrown, it and outgrown you. bringing up old shit that they remember or they witnessed or something like that. But you done mature, you done advance, and if somebody that don't know hear them, and don't know no better, look at how long ago that was that they talked about that. Okay, well, when was this? Oh, this was a while ago, but they still like, it's something like that. Because it's like somebody trying to act like they don't know where you are. They don't talk to you, or they try to make up some false narrative as to why you don't talk to them. Like trying to make you somebody that's not competent or not mentally balanced or something like that. Aries masculine could be significant. Somebody could work in pain and body. Whoever this really resonates with. You could have an uncle, a dad, or somebody that works in pain and body. Or a baby father. Somebody working pain and body could be significant. Whoever this reading resonates with. And you got drama in co-parenting over this karmic cycle ending. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Is what I'm hearing. Like somebody, got some issues with co-parenting. Not that something is ending because somebody moving on or somebody's gaining a new perspective, on a situation that maybe they wasn't seeing it clearly, or somebody was not, willing to face whatever the challenges are to ending something. You know how people try to stay in a cycle, or they'll try to stay silent about something going on because they don't want to brew up some type of drama, or they don't want to cause some type of disruption. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to come off or start some type of drama that they really don't want to entertain. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody trying to avoid conflict. Clarify. I think about you constantly. Who is this? I think about you constantly. You got the moon in reverse. You got the sun and the 6 of wands that came out. So somebody is seeing you happy with this victory. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody seeing you happy, winning, confident. With the moon in reverse, somebody gaining clarity. Finding the truth. You know what I'm saying? Whatever was hidden is being brought to the light. Like whatever shadow somebody casted over something at one time. Moon in reverse, like somebody's gaining clarity now. Could be a Leo. This sun and the 6 of wands. Leo energy. Could be any fire sign though. And I feel like somebody either is trapped or something, not trapped, but somebody like in a lot of deep negative thoughts, or somebody like in their head a lot when it comes to how much they think about you. But they gaining clarity, about some of the things that they may not have had a lot of focus on or paid a lot of attention to, people being in their business. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking that they had control over a situation, or it's like somebody trying to make sense of like the decisions that they make. So it's like, the Chariot in reverse is like somebody saying the decisions you make have to make sense, not just to other people, but to you. And it's like making clear, being clear on like what direction you want to go in, like not confusing yourself or having somebody else confuse, what it is you doing, or get a misconception of like from other people like what direction to go in and shit like that. Like have your own way of thinking, or you have your own strategy of how you're gonna obtain that goal, without other people, involving themselves. And I feel like somebody may have been confused about going on a journey or taking a leap of faith, looking at them having an issue, or things that they needed to work on. But it's like the longer somebody blocked and then ain't no communication, no contact or something like that, Eight of Swords, somebody stuck in their head, and it ain't all negative thoughts, but they think of you constantly. Like the things that may have, came, to the point of you blocking them. Like whatever caused them to be blocked, no contact, no communication. Whatever, triggered that or caused that, it's got them in their head. But with the moon in reverse at the bottom of the deck, they gaining clarity. Like they seeing now what was hidden or whatever, was meant to confuse them. They see it now. Like whatever somebody, conversations were or whatever they were confused about when they came to you, like they see, they gaining clarity now on how to see that, in a different way. So they won't look at it like, oh, it's something, they hard to, it's hard to understand. Like if they were confused about what to understand, like, man, I wish I could understand that person. They getting it now. Whoever this is, they could be happy. They seeing you happy. Who is this? I think about you constantly. Could be a Leo that's thinking about someone constantly, or someone's thinking about a Leo constantly. Who is this thinking about the collective constantly? Got the Seven of Pentacles with the Magician at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Taurus energy. Gemini with the Magician in reverse. Somebody watches you. Yeah. Because whatever it is you're doing, it's like tending to whatever it is that is bringing you, that growth. Like if you planting seeds and you, tending to your finances, your business, you focusing a lot on that and letting, whatever else, happen. I feel like, some people, yeah. I feel like somebody, whoever this is thinking of you constantly. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Um, don't have to be, but it could be any sign, like I said. But this is somebody, you'll know who this person is because they somebody that really now came. They've been trying to manifest you, but it's like, they got some things that they need to say. Like somebody, wish they, had more time, or wish that they could get, a message across to you, because I feel like somebody trying to manifest, their manifestations is blocked. And I feel like it's like that because they got some things, going on that need to be resolved, and they have to be the one make those decisions. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Like this is them. Like they, got decisions that is probably coming back to back. It's like swift action, swift changes. They may have to be prepared, for some things to happen. Like every time you look up, it's like something going on. But I feel like these are decisions that somebody got to make, and they like kind of coming randomly. Like they're not prepared, for some of these things that they running into right now. But I feel like because they put off making some changes, It's the reason why, like, why somebody's dealing with something else. It's like you dealing with something collective in your person, or somebody, other people in your energy are dealing with things too. But it's all, it's all connected in some way as far as them being in your energy. Whether, you've cut these people off and they feel some needs or compelled to um, think of you when they're going through certain situations, or watching you, and being inspired by you when it comes to the things that you have had to go through, especially if they were somebody that was around when you were going through things. So even if this is a lover for some of you, some family members, some frenemies, some people you're not talking to anymore, people you disassociated yourself with, don't have to be friends. But it's about, somebody actually looking at the things that they working on, like something slow, slow and steady wins the race. You know what I'm saying? So somebody thinks of you constantly when it comes to them seeing how you stay focused on things, that you really wanted. And, not letting, what it is that somebody else can or can't do, or letting things that, may not be for you right now, bother you. Because I feel like now somebody has to wait on, things for the universe to like pan out for them naturally. Like somebody's not gonna be able to manifest. They just, basically on a timeline of like a waiting period. Yeah, somebody gonna have to be patient with, how something comes in for them, with the magician, because I feel like now, somebody has to wait, on the universe to balance something out, because maybe whatever it is that somebody wants with you or wants to have with you, it's gonna have to get to that. The wheel of fortune, is always turning. So they're gonna have to wait for the universe to balance something out for you and them in order for another opportunity to present itself. Even if it's with a new love or someone from your past or family members, reunite or reconcile is something that the universe has to put things in motion for things to align in that way. Like I said, an Aries masculine could be significant, but you got Taurus out here with this Seven of Pentacles. So, clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. I think about you constantly. What's the Seven of Pentacles? What's the Seven of Pentacles? The Fool. Aquarius energy. Aquarius again with the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So, it's like somebody think about you now, like I said, they see you happy, they see you getting this victory, you went on another path, you took a leap of faith. And they see, since you took that leap of faith that you working on things, you know what I'm saying, planting seeds, or they seeing, what it was you were working toward, or seeing the things that you working on, that you staying focused on that. So whatever they've been watching you do, and thinking about you constantly is something they may not have, imagine you doing, or it may have been things that they find themselves thinking about now that reminds them of you. Especially if they new to their spiritual journey. Like if somebody finally done took this leap of faith, you know what I'm saying, whoever this Aries masculine is, they think about you constantly. Like if you finally done, they done finally took this, decided to take this path, they self, and seeing where it go, where it will lead, because somebody's been watching you, start anew, you know what I'm saying, move in another direction, take another path. They could have got a new home or something like that, and they think about you a lot here. It may involve, some type of a new job with the Seven of Pentacles. Like somebody could be starting a new, different thing. Could have relocated, got a new job, new car. Couldn't have got married, divorced, or something like that. But somebody thinks about you a lot. But it talks about, this fool talks about, having faith in the universe. So this person, know they're going to have to wait on the universe to balance something out between you and them. Your love is inspiring and this karmic piece, clarify. Your love is inspiring and this karmic piece, clarify. That's this karmic piece. Who is this karmic? That's piece. Who is this karmic? That's piece. Could be a Gemini with this Knight of Swords. Yeah, somebody don't like that there's some passion here. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, may be free from restraint now when they come to this person. Like they, may have felt, stuck in a connection or trapped, with this in a karmic cycle with somebody. Like, because they having a co-parent with this person. But this Knight of Swords is like somebody, they don't like their love, and how this karmic has somebody looking at things. This Knight of Swords could be a Gemini. Whoever this karmic that's pissed. This motherfucker don't like the fact that this person is actually there's somebody that's thinking for themselves. Take the signs out of it. Somebody thinking for themselves. They not listening to what somebody else got to say about people from their past. Oh man, you gonna go with that person? They ain't gonna have your ass broke. They ain't gonna have this. They ain't got that. They looking like this. I'm looking like this. You know what I'm saying? You must don't want nothing. They person blah blah blah. Like, and it's like some type of aggression. You know what I'm saying? Living in attack mode and shit. Especially when they come to some type of lifestyle, trying to go towards something, with this aggressive nature. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to, take some swift action and change, but being very aggressive about it. And they pissed. Like somebody don't like this shit because it's like they don't have the same effect on somebody they used to have. Like if this person used to listen to them and lean on what they said, and acting on, what this person would tell them or mention or bring it up, how they would spin it. This person ain't reacting to what they say no more. You got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Cups, yeah. Whatever somebody thought, they wanted can I get a refill? Face ass, can't get that. So, that shit, is void. It's a no-go. It's a hell no. And something didn't turn out the way they thought it would, the way they were trying to play something or the way they wanted this to go. It didn't turn out in that way, with the Ace of Cups in reverse. What's the Knight of Swords? This karmic, this love, your love is inspiring. This karmic is pissed. What's the Knight of Swords? Clarify the Knight of Swords. But this person now is having to think for themselves, or they see this person. There's somebody that sees you as somebody that is not easily influenced. You know what I'm saying? You're not led by a group of followers. You don't have a Verizon network of people following you, trying to dictate, what direction to go in and why. You think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have your own beliefs about things, But with this Knight of Swords, it's like somebody, you have to establish your own ideas and beliefs, of what you feel like works for you. You know what I'm saying? What you feed your dog may not be what I feed my dog. What I wash and do my laundry in, you may not do your laundry in that. And that's fine. As long as your shit, turn out the way you want it to, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? Why does it need to be discussed what I wash mine with? Why does it need to be discussed how my clothes feel on me because I wash with it? You don't have to wear nothing. You know what I'm saying? That I wash. It's like that. Like you got to have your own beliefs. What's the Knight of Swords? Your love is inspiring. Yeah. Four of Swords. Libra energy. Somebody could be protecting their peace. Um, or just needing to take a break, or somebody wanting to call, a truce. Like somebody, just want to quietly resolve, some problems or whatever, when it comes to them, probably recuperating or just, feeling that need to be alone, what I'm saying, be in solitude, meditate or whatever. Not doing much talking. You could have this person blocked, what I'm saying? Like this person is isolated, like they kind of, bringing themselves, they could be healing right now. You could be a healer, but your love is inspiring. You know what I'm saying? It's conversations that you done had with this person that they remember, how it made them feel to talk to you, how it made them feel to hear from you. The things you would say, to motivate them to, bring them some type of peace. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I cannot make it up. The Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Virgo energy. So it's like, yo, your love is not only inspiring, but it's healing. And somebody don't like you that because, they, yeah. Shit, but even a Queen of Pentacles is not somebody that's afraid of change when it comes to their journey. If they feel like, going this route is going to, take them doing something they never did before, or they're going to have to, do something a little longer than they, really want to do it, but it's, going to get them to where they need to go. Like, you don't have to get here. You're going to have to take a short boat ride, but, we will have, when you get there, the resources you need. If you would just make it there, this is the only way we have, we can probably improvise another different route, but that would be a much unpleasant one, and I really want you to get there, the safest way, best way possible. Food. You do that, but it's like, somebody don't want to, experience the turbulence when it comes to choosing a new path. Being on a spiritual journey ain't for you. If you want something to end up, with in a bed of roses every time you go through it, and you want the lesson to be something, that somebody giving you a standing ovation for it, being on a spiritual journey or gaining knowledge ain't for you. Because some things ain't for everybody. Them lessons and stuff is for you. You can be a blessing to some people or a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Or they can be a lesson to you, or you can be a lesson to them. But more than likely, more than often, the person that needs to give you that praise is probably not even among you right now. They in spirit, supporting you and defending you and, fighting for your honor as, we speak. But that's why it's important, to acknowledge your loved ones, your ancestors before your ancestors passed away. You know what I'm saying? Your family members, your great grandparents, the ones that brought them here. You know what I'm saying? That birthed them and so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? And even when it comes to somebody looking at, how aggressive they come off, when it comes to somebody making changes, even with, like I said, with this Queen of Pentacles, like, you're not somebody that's afraid of, the changes that come with whatever, your journey consists of, whatever your path is, your calling is. You're not afraid of change. Like, you challenge it. You know what I'm saying? And in the face of adversity, you learn a lot of the things that you maybe wouldn't have gotten if you were so sheltered. You know what I'm saying? So somebody may be, stuck in a situation now with a karmic that's pissed that they, this karmic got to see them, wanting to do better, seeing this person kind of like distant with them now. With this Four of Swords, like somebody distant. They ain't talking. Like if you was already non-communicating with this person, they like this with this karmic and they pissed. They don't like that, the things that you what makes you so different from them is something that this person is starting to mimic now. Clarify this coven of women is trying to make a fake case on you. Clarify. What is this fake case about these karmic? You got the Page of Wands came out. Aries energy with the star at the bottom of the deck. You got the star at the bottom of the deck. Aquarian energy with the Eight of Cups in reverse. And the King of Swords in You got Aries masculine out here. But you got the Page of Wands that's somebody trying to say that whatever it is you do with your creative, ideas, or wherever you get your messages from, or however you communicate with the universe, like somebody is trying to build a fake case against you when it comes to um how you obtain your knowledge. What's the page of Wands? This coven of women are trying to make a fake case against you. What's the Page of Wands? So somebody trying to say that you bringing some type of ending to them and a connection or something with somebody. Like you causing some type of ending between them, or you bringing something, you obtaining something, or you trying to end something. Like somebody trying to say that you bringing a death to, their connection, or, something that was divine or something like that. Like somebody trying to say that they got a marriage or they got some type of commitment, you know what I'm saying, that they're in, that you trying to do something to, like you trying to find ways to come between them to steal their inheritance. Like, you know what I'm saying, to, like, you trying to bind yourself to this person. Got the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Gemini energy again with the Nine of Pentacles. And the Five of, yeah. '95 could be significant. Somebody could be born in '95 or got a child born in '95. Because somebody, is dealing with, some type of like seeing how somebody knows something with the Page of Swords. Like somebody constantly like trying to say how somebody able to, like, this is just say Nine of Pentacles, you self-efficient. Like you got, a lot of, good things going for you. Like when it comes to money, resources, like, you get help from people. Like if you need, help with this, like if you do a GoFundMe, you got people that, will give to you. If you know things, that can help other people, like get out of bad situations, to help them, probably like with food or clothing. Like you're very resourceful, you know what I'm saying? Nine of Pentacles. But it's like somebody wanting to know or using that as a way to it's like somebody using that as a way to like discredit another person, for what they do or how they got what they got or something like that. And it's like somebody now, is blaming somebody for going through a transformation. It's like not as somebody, because even with the page ones, it's like somebody looking into, something more than just within. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody willing to look, outside of themselves for whatever they, whatever it needs to be done. But I feel like with the death out here, it's like somebody going through a transformation or telling somebody like, hey, they causing things, at my home to be like this or that, causing my marriage or my connection to be like this or that. Like somebody feel like, you trying to get an offer that is not yours. Or there's an offer, or some type of involvement with another person that they feel like, it's your doing. Like somebody, and even if they do have a child with this person, it's like somebody, trying to make it seem as though somebody trying to take their person, to like start a new life and stuff like that. So this person don't, how I'm getting like somebody moving on and they know whoever somebody moving on to is a better, has a better mindset, a better strategy. It's like somebody see they self like having kids with another person, even if you don't have kids with this person. It's like them seeing you being a better person to this child or knowing that you would provide a better environment for this child than where they at. So it's like somebody stayed with somebody even though they knew the environment where the child was at with this parent was not as good. But it's like somebody saying, I know if I leave, it's going to get worse. The only reason why this person ain't like this or like that toward my child because I'm here. And they know, what I'm saying, that's why I'm here. They know I'm really not, probably looking at them as, a wife or nothing like that. But I'm just around because I want to have access to my child. And it's like somebody saying, even if it's family, it's like somebody saying, that another person don't have that stability because they, got this or that going on or they cause, some type of ending. You know what I'm saying? Between them, like, man, I remember I took that person in, man, they came between me and my person. It's something like that. I'm just using that as an example. You know what I'm saying? Because with this page of swords at the bottom of the deck, this is like somebody, wanting to, um, they got some creative ideas. Like somebody trying to figure out, like, what somebody doing, what they got going on. Like, where they at now. Like, how long they been living there. How they get that. I see they got this. I see they had their nails on like every other week. I see I'll be watching them. I'll be seeing like, yeah, it's like so they, trying to get back with their person. Or they still like their person. Like, yeah, I figured that. It's like that. It's like somebody, but this is like, for some of you, it's like a friend group. And others of you, or somebody in particular, it's like family members, like cousins, aunts, this coven of women. Like they could be people that, all hang out, together. They might live in the same community or they, are on some type of platform where they all talk, amongst each other, like on that platform, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much, go back and forth, about who is who and what everybody doing that way. And it's like somebody trying to bring a whole bunch of other people on board, when it comes to building this fake case against you because of something that somebody else is going through. It's like somebody going through a transformation. And they may have your past person or your family member may know of some, the people that may be, asking questions about you, looking for you, trying to look you up now. They may be people from your past. But it's like they don't want you to know that there are some things that in this star energy, they don't like that you have. Like somebody don't like that you're in this star energy. So it's like somebody asking questions, you know what I'm saying, trying to build a fake case. But this is like to steal. You know what I'm saying? It could be a spiritual inheritance. It could be, something going on, in the physical. But it's like somebody having to get questions or ask questions. They like, where that person at, where they living at now, what are they doing, what's the last known address you have for them, stuff like that. Page of swords, like somebody asking, could be asking the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, these questions. And it's like somebody trying to act like they don't know where this person at, or they don't know, bringing up things, they may have last remembered, about you, as a way to discredit you as a person. Like, we've been talking to that person, like, I think they done passed away. Something like that. Well, I feel like, they want another person to feel like they then come in between, them and another person. Like, somebody feel as though somebody ending things is because, somebody doing something to, like, get them to get them an offer or something like that. Like, they feel like there's something they not being told and they not seeing. What's the death with the Two of Cups? What's the death with the Two of Cups? So somebody going through a transformation, whether, it's clarity that somebody getting, but even, just the death by itself is like somebody, wanting to see something through, but it's also them admitting like certain things that they know they got to, walk away from. Bad habits, outdated beliefs, traditional things that may be suffocating the way they see things, or how they, try to, keep themselves at on a level to where they think a certain way, but then that thought process only gonna get you so far. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, get rid of them old ways in order to bring in the new way of doing something and finding better solutions in situations. You know what I'm saying? With the death. And it's like somebody, trying to make it seem as though someone is inflicting that, or like going out of their way to like get somebody to be a certain way so they can obtain something. Like a Two of Cups. Like, they could feel like you're doing something, or you to build a fake case, like to get this partnership. What's the death with the Two of Cups? What's the death with the Two of Cups? Three of Swords. Libra energy. With the Judgment in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Libra again. Like, somebody is not facing like whatever it is that's in between them and another person or a family or something like that, that may be heartbroken, or they feel some type of way that you're not talking to them. They done stabbed you in the back, you know what I'm saying? They done broke your heart. They done, betrayed you I don't know how many damn times, cut their ass off. Like I said, for some of you, this could be family members. They done, second, third, goddamn, first, second, third generation family, goddamn, removed. Like, these are people that, you've had to walk away from, possibly be that generational curse breaker. Because I feel like somebody think that you're supposed to stick around and ignore that or look over it because it's y'all family, or mm-mm. But with this Knight of Swords is giving me, somebody don't like the fact that their way of life is changing. Because your love is inspiring somebody, and this karmic is pissed. Whether it's a karmic family member, or it's a karmic lover, baby mama, or something to somebody. But it's like, somebody don't like the fact that this person is using whatever you were like as a way to compare what they trying to do and be. So if this person feels like, they may have criticized and didn't understand why you were a certain way, or why you went a certain route, in certain situations or occasions or something like that. Now somebody looking at, okay, what if I, do this in that situation? I remember them saying this or saying that one time, that they'll do this and do that. Let me do that. And it's like somebody doing that, and it's shocking somebody, like, because I hadn't got the tower yet. But it's like somebody looking like, damn, that shit worked. You know what I'm saying? But they also got to be prepared for the changes it's going to come with it. And I feel like, now they seeing, what they've been avoiding all this time is this breakdown of how things are going to go the minute you start making the right decisions. It's gonna shake damn near everybody up around you that was benefiting off of your energy when you was getting it wrong. Shit. When somebody was getting it wrong and family was like constantly saying shit, breaking your heart, lovers, you know, you having to walk away from, cut it off, and it's like shit. Something was needed, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, somebody don't like the fact that they home, their way of life, their family, their job and all that shit is being affected by the fact that this person is changing. They isolating themselves. They are a lot more distant, with this person than they usually are. So, but it's like this fake case is to say that you causing some type of separation between them. Like somebody could feel like their marriage ending, with the fool out here, and it's your fault because maybe this person kept you a secret. Maybe, they found out, you was somebody they had on the side or somebody else, somebody that they was not honest about or something like that. But at the same time, this person is thinking of you constantly because they may not have wanted to tell you about this because they didn't know how things was going to go between you and them. They may not have expected to feel the way they feel about you. You know what I'm saying? So they may have been, with somebody on the side with this person all the time, but it was that one time that they, got involved with somebody and it's like that somebody them put somebody in their head to where now they look at stuff different now because of you, even if they had somebody already and didn't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Clarify drama in co-parenting over this karmic cycle ending. King of Cups in reverse. Pisces energy. Yeah, something, that they done had, whatever love they had or, whatever fire was between them at one time is over. But it's like, the process of them walking away from this, is not very painful, as far as the emotion side of it for this person. But it's one of them things where, when it's time, you know what I'm saying? And whatever dependencies, they had on this person or whatever dependency this person had on them, they're going to have to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like King of Cups in reverse. There's a King of Cups in reverse, man or woman. They going to have to let their shit go because I feel like somebody, may have looked at the fact that as long as they had this baby for somebody that they can, run amok with this person because, oh, you my baby dad, I get to, break all the rules. No. Your ass been out of Pampers. Your ass you've been raised already. Your ass shouldn't be sitting out here, you know what I'm saying, using a child as a way to get your way, throwing tantrums. Let that child throw them tantrums. Let that child think they calling some shots. Let that baby think, they got that privilege to keep both of y'all up all night long just because. But don't you dare, try to backpedal and crawl your ass back up in a womb as an excuse, to be ignorant. And you a damn parent. You done been, woman enough, man enough, woman enough to push something out your ass. You need to grow up. You can't crawl back where you came from, and neither can that baby that done got here. So I feel like, when it comes to somebody co-parenting, you can make it hard or you can make it easy. But don't make something hard that ain't gotta be because, you got plenty of people in your family as an example, and you one of them that not everybody broken family, just because your daddy didn't stick around is an excuse for you to repeat what they did. Just because you're not having a good day to day or your job ain't paying you enough, things like that. You may have to work out of state and send that money back home, but you're going to have to get out your comfort zone because that's what having faith does. Take on a job that, you already don't want to be, where your child at anyway. And when you're there, like some people say, when you're there, you ain't making no money no way. You spending more money being up under her ass than you is than you is when you're around her. The whole time you sitting up under your baby mama, you burning through your money. You know what I'm saying? They expecting this, they expecting that. But, if you push something out your behind, whether it's, down below or, whatever. Don't be backpedaling and being immature and shit. Because you already got, what is that? What is that? That, mothers go through when they, y'all know, after they had a baby, what is that? Y'all will hit me up in the comment section about it. But anyway, it's like some type of, depression or something like that happens, after you have your baby. I can think of that term. But anyway, when it comes to that, I feel like, somebody ending, a situation just because, you didn't had a baby for somebody and it's not panning out, single parent moms are some strong ass women. For those that want to be moms. A lot of women out here, a lot of women out here did not want to have a baby. They wanted, their life to be, more about them and they have more time, to do that. But that's what condoms are for. You know what I'm saying? Swallow the shit you don't want to have it. But my thing is, be realistic. Don't do unrealistic shit and then expect the baby not to come from it. You're living a lie. You're being delusional. You know what I'm saying? Stop talking out loud before you fuck around and tell on yourself. Don't keep, doing something that's, why they gave you sex education classes in school so that you can understand how that cycle works. There are some species that will, I think it's a praying mantis that will, after they have intercourse, that praying mantis, that female kills the damn male. Child, please. If if the life cycle for us was like that, wouldn't need to do no damn census. Cause for every baby born, there'll be a damn father gone too. Shit. I'm just saying, you got some species out here that you ain't gonna be able to bring up on no murder charge. You just ain't. Because that's just how the life cycle go. If I go over here and chase this praying mantis female down, she gonna kill me. She let me get some of that stuff. And she give him some of that stuff. I don't know if they know what the you know what I'm saying, the assignment is, because they are praying mantis too. But baby, when he lay in and come up off of that, that wop, it's over with. She finna kill you. And you feel like it's gonna be that good, it's worth your life, shit, they doing it. Cause they reproducing. They're reproducing. But if that was anything that had to be human like for us, you wouldn't have to worry about co-parenting after you got that baby. Because once you got pregnant and once y'all had intercourse, you gonna lay that dude out anyway. So be glad that ain't how, the birthing cycle, the life cycle for us supposed to go. Because them praying mantis understand the assignment. Shit, the minute they lay, ooh, damn, she fat. But I'm going to lose my life trying to get something. Let's do it. Hey, but this drama in co-parenting over this karmic cycle ending, don't do it. I'm telling you, ain't got that kind of bond money. And the police got all kind of time. In the courts, they got all kind of time. Wherever they may send you to, you go to court, if you ever do. Because they got people sitting in court. They got people sitting in jail that ain't even been to court yet for something they didn't even do. Child, don't do it. What's this drama in co-parenting over this karmic cycle? Child, because they done got this clarity and they making a decision and I could barely get the damn question out. Because they done got this sound, they done got some clarity, made a sound decision, and they understand now like what they need to see. If it was a miscommunication, if it was something that was blocked in the past that they, were not seeing. Somebody got some type of brilliant idea right now, but it's, this is divine intervention. Okay? So at this point, some things got to happen, in order for something new to begin. Got the moon at the bottom of the deck in reverse again. Okay? So at this point, it's like somebody, looking at, you can't say that you don't know now that you done got the answers. You can't say that you don't understand now that, everything you need to know been presented to you, but somebody making a sound decision. And now it's some drama, because this person is willing to take this leap of faith. They're ready to take this leap of faith after they done got this clarity. They're going through some type of spiritual growth. This could be an emotional awakening, but it's triumph, over adversity. Like you got to be, happy to know that whatever it is that you're doing right, it always feels fucked up when it's going on. When you start making them good decisions and it's working for you, it's always going to piss other people off because they don't have time to prepare for it. And it's not for them. It's for you. And that's what makes everything so uncomfortable for everybody else to be around you. Because the choices you make, it's working for you. When you put pen to paper, whether it's an application or when you put, letters to, the system, whether it's an electronic application, whatever it is that you're applying and doing, you're applying yourself to it, it's happening. It's happening. And when you start doing that, it's people that's going to be around you, whether they know you that good or not, or know you like that or not. Not everybody happy for you because all they got to do is apply themselves. But it's easier to be around you and, see what you got going on so they can see what you would want them to take note. But majority of the time, there's some that going to be standing around you saying you ain't going to be able to do that. There's too many other people doing it. Because trust me, I done said it, did it. And be honest with you, shit, it could be a 99 other goddamn people doing it. But be the best at what you do. When you do what you love, can't nobody say that 25,000 other people doing it, it make a difference. Don't give a damn. It's 144,000 chosen ones. Anybody else trying to be that, you on your own. Because when it comes to you choosing yourself, who said you can't? If God didn't choose you for this assignment, you can always choose an assignment that you can, put your stamp on. That's just what, what I'm saying? That's just part of your knowledge. That's part of, what you're doing with your, your spiritual calling, whatever that may be. You don't have to be a chosen one to have a spiritual calling. You know what I'm saying? Or a spiritual purpose. I'm just saying, but you got to be balanced on all levels. And I feel like, somebody trying to, cause an issue with this co-parenting. What's the issues with this co-parenting? Like somebody don't want another person around a child because of who the person is. What's this drama with co-parenting? What's the drama about? I feel like it's got something to do with somebody like wanting to make up things, you know what I'm saying, as a reason for them not being able to co-parent with this person. Like making up stuff about them. Or making up stuff about their lifestyle or something. Clarify this drama with co-parenting. And co-parenting, what's the drama about? 9 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. Like somebody don't want to have to adjust, Okay. So yeah, somebody trying to make it seem as though this person leaving and not being with them is gonna confuse the child. To be with this Queen of Pentacles, a healer, a multitasker, a homemaker, somebody that, is wealthy, abundant in their own right, you know what I'm saying? Love yourself, unafraid of change, you know what I'm saying? Know what it takes in order to achieve your goals. Very, career, oriented. You could be a manager somewhere. You could be, just have managing skills. You know what I'm saying? Very good, strong leadership skills. Like I said, you could be a homemaker, could work from home. You could be doing something right now you really don't like, or somebody else is. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, like somebody could be, or somebody, lacks some type of ambition or confidence, that you have in order to obtain something, or, to collaborate and, be that balanced, structured partner that somebody has to co-parent with. Like somebody, I'm telling you, somebody does not have the same ability to maintain, home and work and stuff like that. Somebody not structured the same way. And they may be telling them, what they can do, or they may be, keeping it to themselves. But I feel like, if there's a man, if there's a woman, if there's issues with your children, that you can't sit down and talk to this woman, or your baby daddy about what it is you need them to do and how they can help you, help them and stuff like that. Y'all can help each other, then it's just going to be some drama on purpose. Because some things can be worked out. You don't need to wait till your child get old enough to tell you, like, where y'all both done fucked up at. Like, y'all could have did this, could have did that. You don't wait for them to, figure that out, too. Because they got their own, peers and things like that, in puberty they got to deal with. They shouldn't have to be, basing their dating life off of what y'all still dealing with, now that they old enough to go to college. Like, they shouldn't be still trying to help you or be in the middle of y'all figuring that out. And y'all still got some hidden, agenda going on, that kind of stuff. Like, no. You should have been resolved a lot of that stuff so that you can start enjoying the things that they got to go through. You know what I'm saying? And be there for them. Because you've already got, the lesson. And you're going to learn more from them, in their generation. You don't want to mix that into things you already ain't understood and figured out and resolved in your own life before they got to that point. So it's like somebody wanting to make it seem as though another person is going to confuse this child. So it's like, they dealing with like low self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody feeling like, that's going to make the child sad. It's going to make them, feel like a broken home. Like, I don't want to see my child, without both parents and stuff like that in the home. I ain't grow up with both of my parents and I've been wanting this like that. But this is a karmic cycle. And it was not, if this person is unwilling to change and Three of Pentacles in reverse, like balance something out and make a focused effort, then you got to move on for your own health and happiness. Because some shit could be, bad for your health to stay in. You know what I'm saying? So, because this person won't make a focused effort to work on themselves and be, a team player, they moving on to calmer waters, or this is what you did with this person. And they may have had other options and, Seven of Cups, and they realize it now, it was no purpose in them. It was no purpose in none of them options and all them other distractions that they had going on. What they thought that would bring didn't. Give me some more on this drama with this in co-parenting over this karmic cycle ending. What's this drama? Give me some more on this drama. So that's what I'm getting so far, that they feel like, it's going to confuse this child. Or somebody, making it seem as though, I don't want my kid thinking, that they, like all these other broken homes, like they didn't grow up with their mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? As long as you stay in your child life, show me some more on this drama. Give me some more on this drama with this co-parenting over this karmic cycle ending. What's the rest of this drama that's going on? Yeah. The world. With the Two of Pentacles, I'm telling you, somebody do not want this person to prioritize, balance out, they time management, what they put time into, making time for this, making time for that. I'm going to have time to get off work. I'm going to have time to go pick up this child. I'm going to have time, to go, take, do, where he need to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be there when he graduate. I'm going to do this for him. You know what I'm saying? If he called me, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be over here, living my best life and working on, putting my focus on this connection over here, because this is where I want to be. This is where I feel like I'm going to be productive. I'm going to be happy there. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you. That's why I be saying, like, you have to be mindful of some of these connections ending when they karmic, husband or wife or not. that person may want you. You'll see some. I seen one dude said, "Man, I've been divorced for like 6 years now, man, or 4 years." I think he said, "And man, you know how hard it is to get back out there in the dating world, man. It's almost like, I don't even want to go out the door sometime." And I told that dude, I said, "Man, that's your person wanting you to be like that, because they don't want nobody to end up getting that many years with you that they had, and what they got from being with you that many years that made their life so much easier, because they are never probably gonna meet another man like you that they was able to be that way with. Now they gotta be a better person if they want to get somebody else now, because you done walked away. Now you being a better person is making you almost stay in the house because of the lessons you done learned. But that's not your energy. That's not, you not, being patient enough for what the universe got for you. This is somebody in your energy that wasn't willing to let you go in the first place. It was still that part of them that wanted to keep you around, for themselves, even if they didn't want you for real and they just didn't want to see you with nobody else. The more you sitting here saying, "Man, I almost don't even want to get out the house." Don't believe that shit, Chris. Don't believe that shit, Jew. Don't do that. Get your ass up out that house. You know what I'm saying? Because you staying up in there is keeping, whatever God got for you that much longer for you to arrive. Whatever that is. You're not going to get no notification on your phone saying, "Hey, this is the time to go out." That person, for the rest of your life going to be over there on aisle 9 in Walmart. Get up, get something on. No. So, but with this world out here, this is, somebody possibly, don't want to see this cycle end. They don't want to see them possibly, give somebody else some type of recognition, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to a new relationship. This person going towards something new. It's a new, letting old ways go and, getting rid of the old and in with the new. This is a new cycle, ending. A new cycle is beginning while an old one is closing. And somebody got this confidence now, to move on. And, prioritize, balance out, their time, make a decision. And mindful of what they give their time and their energy to now, because they know when it comes to, the way somebody thinking, they using that as a way to manipulate this person's time. And making them, kind of, unsure of how to balance out their time, but they doing it now. They could possibly change their career and things like that, where they may end up traveling more, or they may end up relocating to get this job or whatever. So, like, somebody now is making it seem as though the drama is going to come when it comes to how somebody, may have to relocate, not just to be with somebody new, or they meet somebody new because they're relocating for another job and stuff like that. Because of the pay, you know what I'm saying, where they at may not be making enough, and they may have to move and relocate to, this job to be able to get this. But they may not be willing to take, they baby mama and their child or something like that. They may not be willing to live with that person when they do. They may, just decide they're going to start over. I'm going to leave this alone. I'm going to end this out. I'm just going to move on, get another job. I got another place set up in line. When I get settled, I start getting my, everything set up. Then I come back and get, the baby, or, come back and visit and stuff like that. That person don't want that because they know they feel like they're going to meet somebody new, or they coming back around to you. And they don't want to be left out in the cold like this. And it could be, this King of Swords, or this, this feminine. They could be using words, to like talk shit, you know what I'm saying, about another person, you know what I'm saying, saying things they feel like it's going to make this person feel bad, hurt their feelings. It could be, gossiping, saying things, like, yeah, you're going to meet somebody else that so on like this, and they like that, that person like this, like that, they look like this. I bet they got this and that going on. Don't come back over here and that don't, something like that. Because you ain't this or that, no way. They ain't got this, they ain't like that, it ain't even that, you ain't this. It's like that. It's like somebody saying shit now, King of Swords in reverse. Like somebody in their masculine energy but low vibrational. You know what I'm saying? like trying to play one person against the other one, like trying to tell this person how they're moving on to somebody new gonna make them look stupid and they stupid for doing it and this and that. Yeah. So I'm gonna end it here, baby. We ain't got time. Tell the truth, shame the devil. At the top of my makeshift deck, you got, yeah. Tell the truth, shame the devil. And then you got spine with the next card. So yeah. They're gonna be alright, boo. Somebody could be selfish, greedy, self-absorbed, and baby, they can take their ass to a buffet for it. And they can get more than likely find what they need there. But I'm gonna end it here. You guys, make sure you do something nice for someone today, even if you don't know them. Make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button on your way out. And as always, if y'all figure out, that's what it's called, postpartum depression. I got it. All right. I love you guys. So make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button on your way out. And as always, those of you that genuinely love me know that I love you too. Mwah. Bye.